Morning, students. Hope you are fit and fine, enjoyed your puja well, and now we are back to school, our online classes. So welcome you all to the science class, and today's topic is force and pressure. So we are going to start a new chapter, that is force and pressure. And in this particular chapter you will come across different subtopics. The subtopics are like you can see here, force. The first subtopic is force, a push or pull. Forces are due to an interaction. Exploring forces. A force can change the state of motion. A force can change the shape of the object. Again, we shall be learning about the contact forces and non-contact forces. What is pressure? How to calculate pressure, and how is pressure exerted by the liquids and gases through different experiments. And lastly, we are going to learn about what is atmospheric pressure. So the first topic which will come across is force, that is a push or pull, or the force which happens due to an interaction between two bodies. Okay, so the first thing when we learn about force or push or pull through different experiments, we shall be able, after learning this chapter or the particular topic, you'll be able to identify and you'll be able to describe force as an action which is either a push or a pull. Okay, so that is the learning outcome of the topic which we are going to cover today. So here you will see that what is actually push or pull. How is that force is called a push or pull? Okay, so when we say push, that means we are applying some force on a body and making the body to move. Okay, it depends on how much force we apply, whether we can make the body move or we may not. Okay, so a push or pull on an object is known as the force. Okay, and the interaction between the two objects will help in arising a force. So force, it will have both magnitude, you can calculate force, and it will have a specific direction. Okay, in which direction you are applying the force, in which direction you want the body to move. So that depends upon the application of force. So the strength of a force, it will be expressed in the form of magnitude. Okay, there is a unit of force which is known as Newton, and Newton helps us to understand how much amount of force is applied on a body. So the force, it will bring about a change in the direction or state of motion of a body. Next you see, a push is a force exerted away from the body. So push, something which you are moving away from your body. So that is called a push. So this push is also a kind of force which is exerted away from the body. Like you are kicking a football, okay, or you are kicking you can say any kind of ball, or the children's playing the ball in the street, they kick the ball, okay, and then you can say that we are hitting a snooker ball, okay, or we are hitting a ball or any kind of object or any kind of thing which is lying on the ground or on the table, and allowing it to move away from your body. So that is actually a push. Okay, and pull is a force which is exerted towards the body. So some force which you are applying and you are making the other body to move towards you. Suppose you are drawing a bucket of water from the well, okay, or even in some of the games like tug of war, what you do, there are two groups, they are pulling the rope. So each group pull the rope towards itself, okay, and the one which pulls the rope towards itself is actually the winner with more strength. So that is actually a pull, which also defines a force. So a force is nothing but it's a pull or a push. So the interaction between the objects that can change the state of the object. When you are applying a force, and if the force is exerted more such that it can move the body, that means it is moving the state of the body from the state of rest to the state of motion, or it can be displaced from one particular position to the other position. Okay, so that is called force, which is a push or a pull. then you can see the picture here. You can see here a person is pushing the body away from him, and the other one you can see he is pulling the body towards itself. So that's actually the difference between a push and a pull. Okay, and you can understand that in both the cases, whether he is pushing the body or he is pulling the body, it is an example of force. He is applying some force on the body, either to push the body or to pull the body. Now, forces are due to an interaction. There should be an interaction between the two bodies, which results in the application of force. Now, so first thing is that it will involve two objects. And in interaction, each object acts in such a way to have an effect on the other objects. So there will be play of two bodies, and in such a way that they will have an effect on the, each one will have an effect on the other. So interaction of one object with other object results in a force between two objects. At least two objects must interact with each other for a force to come into play. Forces can cause object to accelerate. Accelerate means it increases the speed. Suppose your a body is in a position of state of rest, and you are applying a force on the body to make it move, so it moves with a certain speed. If you apply more force, then it will move with a little more speed. That means you are accelerating the body or increasing the speed of the body. Deaccelerate is just the opposite of accelerate. Okay, a body is moving and you are applying a force in the opposite direction and moving, allowing the body to decrease its speeds or to make the body stop, or does not allow the body to move. So start moving, change direction, change shape, or even turn. So these are actually what happens when you apply a force on a body. Either it will increase its speed, that is accelerate, either it will decrease its speeds, that is deaccelerate, it will stop, or it may start moving if the body is at rest. It may change the direction of the body, it may change the shape of the body, or it may even turn the body. Okay. So a force applied to an object at rest causes it to accelerate in the direction of force. That means you are increasing its speed. When you are applying a force, if a body is at rest, you will allow it to move, and then it will move in the direction of the force. The body might speed up, might slow down, or it might change its direction, after which the body will continue to move at a constant velocity, unless of course the impulse causes the body to stop. So here you can see some example which I have taken from the book. The first one you can see it's a car which is being pushed by a man. Then the second one you see the two girls, they are playing, they're pushing each other. Okay, and here they are pulling, okay, towards from each other. And this one you can say who is pulling whom. Actually here the person is pulling the bull, isn't it? And the bull is trying to resist from motion. Okay, that is why it is written who is pulling whom. The man is pulling the bullock, even the bullock is also applying a force that it doesn't move towards the man. So these are examples here which allow us to see that, or which helps us to understand that who is pushing whom or who is pulling whom. Okay, and all this has resulted in the state of motion of the body. Okay, either the body comes to a stop or the body starts to move. It may either increase its speed or decrease its speed, or it may change the shape of the body. So these are some examples. Okay, then next we come here. I have given here, you see a short classwork, just 2 questions you need to do in the class. So after you watch the video, please do these 2 questions immediately. Okay, first is match the following. You can see here I have given some examples in the middle. Arm wrestling, closing the door, light poles of 2 magnet attracting an iron nail, penalty strike in a football. And in the one side I have written pull, the other side I have written push. So you need to choose here from find out, okay, which is a push, which is a pull, and in some cases you may see there is a push as well as pull. So in that case you have to join with 2 lines the push and the pull, and if it matches with one, you join it with the either push or the pull. It depends on the question. Next I have given here, to fill in the blanks. We dash the bucket to take out water from the well. Very specific. Find out whether we are going to push or pull. Okay, so you need to fill it. To open a door, we dash or dash the door. So it depends whether we are going to pull the door or push the door. So these are things which you are going to do in the class itself. As soon as you see the recording, the whole recording, you do it in the class hour. The next I have given some homework that is given in the exercise of this chapter and question number 3. You can do this exercise, the answers in the book itself. So as soon as the school reopens, I can go through it. Okay. So this is actually this is the portion which we are going to complete today, and we have completed it. But the thing is that you need to go through it again. You need to understand what is the thing which we are taught and what we have come to know from this particular topic. Okay, what knowledge you have acquired through this topic. Okay, you'll be able to identify push and pull. The action will help you to identify push or the pull. So please go through this video, even not one or twice, and please try to sort out these questions. And class assignment, you'll do it in your copy. Okay, so it's just two questions. You'll finish it within 5 minutes. Okay, go through it and then finish it. And then please go through the pictures also, so which will help you to understand the push and the pull, and the pictures which are given in the book. In your book also there is an activity, okay, which is given in the left hand side of your page of that particular chapter. Please go through that activity, identify which is pushing, which is pulling, which is lifting. That will enable you to understand more. Okay, so thank you. That's all for the day. God bless you.